Stephen Curry.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Kyle Kuzma.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Rollins is out there with Kevin Porter. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. And for Golden State, up front, it'll be Green in post. Moody is out there with Stephen Curry, and it's Butler in at the small forward position. So, Tim, many have speculated that being an NBA coach is one of the most thankless jobs in all of professional sports. Do you agree with that?
Well, Kevin, it certainly can be. There's an awful lot of pressure that comes with those coveted positions. There's not a lot of job security. And, of course, there's always the difficulty in dealing with star players. But when you win, I don't know there's a better job in professional sports.
And when there's winning, there's always coaching probably at the core. Am I correct on that?
There is no doubt there has to be cohesion between a coaching staff and that roster if you want to win at the highest level.
3 on the clock. Antetokounmpo. That's a 2-pointer. No good on his first attempt of the game. Outside Butler. Green, the pass to Curry. Back to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. The 17-footer. The shot by Curry, no good.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Pass to Turner. Now, Antetokounmpo. Now, Green over post. And Green with the basket on the assist by Giannis.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player. And the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance. But threes are still their best bet.
Greg, over the last 9 seasons, the Bucks with the second most wins in the regular season.
I mean, a dominant run to be sure. And not to mention the franchise's second ever title back in 21. Those are things you can never take away.
Curry, and he banks in the layup. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
And Curry can beat you in every way. Inside, outside, it doesn't matter.
Porter kicks to Antetokounmpo. Over in the corner, Green. Back to Antetokounmpo. Warriors with the rebound. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Well, they have to stay aggressive, but protecting the basketball is at the top of the whiteboard. There's a balance.
So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Kings in Sacramento. Porter, a screen on Green. Over Green, and he hits the jump shot. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor, or you're going to struggle.
Well, when you shoot that poorly from deep, the odds of winning get really slim in a hurry.
Here's Rollins. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Porter kicks to Turner. Pass to Rollins. Now here's Porter. Latrey. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, boy, the length of Giannis to get to the miss, and then the offensive ability to do damage afterward.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. The Warriors trail. And here is Moody. Back to Curry. Rollins grabs the board.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
And stolen by Butler. Here's Curry. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Sinks the three-pointer. Porter's got 5 points so far.
Shooting while in rhythm. Porter Jr. has an impressive understanding for when to let that game fly.
Some changes here for the Bucks. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Green, and Anthony subbed in for Rollins. 1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Podziemski, covered by Anthony. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
The Bucks leading. Antetokounmpo dishes to Turner. Kuzma kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Kuzma. Porter in the corner. And another three for Milwaukee.
Good to see Porter Jr. knocking down the triple. Needs to keep taking and making those shots.
Porter against Hield. Horford sets a screen for Hield. Podziemski on the wing. It's stolen by Anthony. To the paint. Here's Porter. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Look at Porter going into attack mode, getting his shot and a trip to the line.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Butler's got his second bucket tonight.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Kevin Porter getting it done for the Milwaukee Bucks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bucks?
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Gary Harris. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Anthony in at the point. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
And the Bucks with possession here. The Warriors making the shot.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Podziemski's shot is good.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. He does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship, period. Back to you guys."
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now Kuzma. After Cole Anthony missed from long range. Rocket 2. Nice shot by Portis.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Draymond Green is checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Hield. The Bucks also changing it up. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Harris. A.J. Green comes in for Gary Trent. And Rollins subbed in for Anthony. Now here's Kuminga. Still without a basket. Curry finds Butler from outside the arc. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Bucks leading by 4. To the middle. It's tipped. Antetokounmpo. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Hield's checked in for the Warriors. Turner's checked in for the Bucks. Tim is one of the most accurate three-point shooters this league has ever seen. Give us your top shooters in the game today.
Yeah, it's funny because you always say, well, obviously Steph, so it's almost like any conversation puts him in a different category. I obviously agree with that. I look at a guy like Damian Lillard with that unlimited range and his ability to pull up from anywhere. Even a guy like Trae Young, I would put into that category because of the range, Kevin. It just extends defenses so far.
What a list. Out to Kuzma. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kuzma's got the lead up to 10 now for Milwaukee.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside, Green. Pass to Curry. Looking to end the run. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Antetokounmpo against Green. Antetokounmpo inside. It will not find the hoop. It's his third miss. He has made 2. Outside, Green. Pass to Curry. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Well, I think at this point the whole team is pressing, but he certainly looks frustrated.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Warriors trail by 13. Outside, Green. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
Yeah, no choice there but to burn a timeout. You've got to talk it over, regroup, and hope your opponent cools off a little bit.
Some changes here for the Warriors. Al Horford's checked in for Kuminga. Moses Moody comes in for Butler. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Buddy Hield. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Porter's checked in. Podziemski with it, guarded by Porter. And here is Moody. No scoring in this one. Can they get it? And again, no good by Golden State.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
And he makes that one.
Well, he's starting to get into a rhythm now after a rough first quarter.
Pass to Moody. Outside, Green. Horford with a screen on Giannis. Green kicks to Horford. The 3 hits it from three-point range. Horford's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And dialing up the 3 ball, he finally puts it in to the 14-0 run by Milwaukee.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Outside for Curry. There's 39 seconds left here in the second. Here's Podziemski. Covered by Rollins. Just 4 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And the slam by Moody.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Now, Antetokounmpo. He had 37 points last game out. Steps back and fires. And that concludes the first half. Milwaukee on top, ending the second quarter on a 14-5 run. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Well, thank you, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Golden State Warriors.
If you're shooting under 30% from three, try to find another way to score, man. This is crazy, Shaq.
Yeah, being one-dimensional, they're making it too easy on the defense.
All right, fellas. Let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
And looking at the Kings matchup,
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Bucks leading by 10. The forward spots will be Butler and Green. Moody is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Post in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Everybody's watching Giannis when he's near the bucket. Perfect time for the kick out.
The Warriors shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Here's Butler. Green with the rebound. Milwaukee's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Rollins the pass to Turner. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Hey, Tim, what are some of the keys to sticking around for role players fighting to remain at the NBA level?
Well, if you are a role player in this league, you need to understand you need to work at everything, but be exceptional at something. And I think that's the key. Growing up, all of these guys were stars. Now you've got to fit in and understand on a given night what your role is.
And your thing, your sensational aspect was your three-point shooting.
You've got to do it better than anybody else, Kevin. It's got to be at an elite level because there are guys out there waiting to take your job.
And you were elite.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Butler against Green. Butler dishes to Curry. And again, unable to change momentum here.
That's 3 straight misses to start the second half. Not what they wanted.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Well, Draymond Green is getting serious in the weight room. He said, one thing I learned is you have to lift weights. I was always naturally strong, so I was like, what do I need to lift for? These guys can't move me right now. But your body needs to be able to withstand the pounding of a long season. Back over to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, we thank you.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Porter, here we go. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Porter's got 12 points in the game.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Podziemski, he's checked in for the Warriors. And while we can, let's find out a little bit about the shooting guards around the league and which of them have had the most assists over the last 10 games. You take a look at Porter, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And with his skill as a distributor, he's probably just as comfortable at the point guard position as he is off the ball. They need him there at times in a pinch.
Well, a two-guard with that kind of versatility makes a coach's job much easier because you've got multiple playmakers on the floor at the same time.
Curry able to beat the contact inside.
And that is one of Steph Curry's hallmarks. So creative around the rim.
Now in his late 30s, Steph Curry, Tim, continues to be a dominant force.
Well, his conditioning is on a world-class level, Kevin. He's never been one to beat you with his explosiveness, so his plan is just to outlast his opponents.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Clock at 4. Here's Green. Outside for Curry. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Curry's got 10.
Well, if there's one guy in this league you better run off the three-point line, it's Curry.
Rollins with a screen on Butler, and the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. We'll take a look at the Warriors. And now they've been able to gather the 8th best record in the conference as the latter part of the season approaches.
And for the Warriors, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, they're right where we thought they would be, and that's okay. Improvement rarely happens overnight.
It's Curry outside. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 mates.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Turner with the screen. It's Porter outside. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Hit by Kuminga. Back to Butler. Pass to Podziemski. No good on the 3. Milwaukee leading by 14. Here's Rollins. Back to Kuzma. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Turner with a screen on Butler. Here's Kuzma. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. They host the Kings after this game. And Kuminga gets it to go.
Well, that's just one more opportunity for Kuminga to score, that time using his talent on the offensive glass.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. So both teams making some changes here. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Hield. Outside, Horford. Trent against Hield. Here's Podziemski. 4 on the clock. Here's Richard, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
Now here's Anthony. Hasn't made one yet. It's stolen by Kuminga. Hield from outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Milwaukee going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll return shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platform.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Warriors trail by 10 on the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Trent on the wing. He's joined by Kuzma. Portis will function as the pivot with Antetokounmpo by his side. And it's Anthony in at the point. Now here's Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Inside.
Yeah, good job to take it right at
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Milwaukee.
the three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, happened.
And something else I've liked has been their ball movement. Always finding the open guy with a better look. That is team basketball.
Podziemski with it, covered by Anthony. Right side, Butler. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Here's Trent. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Giannis has got his 5th assist in this one. Butler on the wing.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
Let's keep it going for your Warriors dancers.
Some changes here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Horford. And Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. Got that one up quick. Butler's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And one of the most competitive players this league has, Butler answering that triple.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Out to Turner. And he uses the glass on the layup. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that three-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old-school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
Quentin Post is checked in for Golden State. Moses Moody comes in for Buddy Hield. And he makes that one count!
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Warriors trail by 14. Curry looking around. Launches it. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
It's Turner, and he jams it in.
Throwing it down on that one. Turner really showing off that athleticism.
Curry against Rollins. Now here's Curry. Defense is right there. Butler from deep. Jimmy Butler.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Antetokounmpo, And he misses the J. Golden State running out of time. Now Curry. Antetokounmpo with the steal. .131 left here in the fourth quarter. Green outside, 6 on the shot clock. Trying again. Here's Rollins, defended by Moody. And he slams it down with a one-arm hammer.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bucks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Giannis.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Bucks on defense. Following the basket by Stephen Curry. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Rollins against Curry. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Let's now hear from Allie LaForce, who is courtside with our player of the game.
Giannis, an impressive performance. Talk about what this game showed you about your team.
This game was great. I think everybody came out ready. Everybody played great. We were moving the ball, we knocked down shots, but most importantly, we were playing great defense. But at the end of the day, it's just a win. We got to build off this. We got to go back to the gym, watch film, and get better.
It's just one piece of a greater goal. That's right. Thanks, Giannis.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Giannis